Aries, welcome to your October love message. This will be a general reading, a you versus them. We'll see how your person is feeling. Cross watchers, you are welcome. You can place the roles where you see fit. Usually you can find some knowledge, wisdom, and awareness on both ends of the story. So again, sit through it, feel it. If it doesn't resonate, don't make it fit. Check your other placements. These could be transits, influences within your chart or theirs. This could also be time markers. Venus is going to be going into Sagittarius, and Pluto will be going into Aquarius here in November. Venus and Sag will be going, I think it's October 17th. So also, Mars is going to go into Leo, so there's going to be a lot more fire that's going to help motivate you. In the general message, we talk more astrology, and I highly encourage you to watch both. If you're following me from the general message, thank you for supporting my channel. These readings go hand in hand usually, okay? So there's lots to learn from both readings where we talk more astrology, right? But these could be parts of their chart. They could have a Venus in Sag. They could have an Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn placement, or Aquarius. Any of these placements could be in their Venus, okay? But again, this could also just talk about months, time markers. December is Sag. Earth months would be Capricorn, which we did see the devil in your general message. So that's January. Aquarius is February, and Venus is Libra and Taurus, okay? So we're having double Taurus here with the Earth and Venus, Taurus and Venus, or just May. All right. Let's see. Let's talk about your person first. Let's see how they're feeling towards you. We're going to actually pull from the Animal Oracle. We're going to see how your energy is towards them and theirs towards you. Okay? And place the roles as you see fit. Spider just popped out. That's my Virgo card. Something could have happened in Virgo season. Again, that's when we first started off with this lunar eclipse in Pisces, which you can find on Patreon. Oh, that reading was so beautiful, and especially for you because Saturn is still in Pisces. It is direct, but it's still in your 12th house. Yeah. So I highly encourage you to watch that lunar eclipse in Pisces reading. All right, it's on Patreon. And again, the eclipse readings on YouTube, you can find that playlist below, as well as my North and South Node series. It's so important to get familiar with your North and South Node placements. And I offer a plethora of different style astrology and tarot readings. So look at my website if you're interested in anything. Starfish, Aquarius, strong Aquarius here. Where do you have these parts in your chart or theirs? Let's look at Aries love interest. Aries is Aries person on Aries mind. The person most on Aries mind. Fish, Pisces. What about Aries? How are you showing up, Aries, in this dynamic? Here and now. Aries, how is Aries showing up? Please show me the truth. Tiger. Ooh. Who got that card? Gemini. Yeah, Gemini. You could have Gemini in your chart. Gemini did get the tiger, but it was also, there was messages around that as well. They had the camel. So it was like preservation mode. Well, you're showing up as fire, they're showing up as water, and this is exactly kind of what we're going to be experiencing right now. We have a grand trine. We have like 4 to 5 planets in water, and that's a bit challenging for an fire sign. It's not unmanageable. All these elements work simultaneously, and there's this message for you about culmination and the gathering of all the elements, alchemy, alchemizing, especially Sag, temperance. You're going to feel maybe some relief in this relationship when Venus goes into Sag, which will be here in the next week. Okay, so you are showing up as the tiger and they're the fish. They're very much more in this watery kind of telepathic, you know, they're diving deep, whereas you're maybe hyper focused on something, fixated. Also, I'm seeing here on the tiger is the moon phase. This is the waning crescent. Waning crescent is going to be this losing light. So it's right before the new moon. We're going into the full moon, so this could have been something that you were experiencing, this tiger influence, right before that solar eclipse, getting really clear. You know, this eclipse cycle is monumental for you, and we talk more about it in the general reading. Aries North Node, Chiron in Aries. I also have a Chiron reading where you can get familiar with your Chiron placement, okay? But the tiger here, let's read about it. This is you. We're going to read about you first. Lunar force. So yeah, this is all about the moon cycles, getting in touch with the moon, maybe journaling. Again, these eclipses have been very potent and powerful for you, Aries, and the whole collective. But this is saying that the tiger hunts at night, at one with silence. Saturn in your 12th house, fearing nothing. This card reminds us to take in the wild darkness, to allow the lunar forces to soothe and heal our spirits. Sensuality, receptivity, and devotion. Spend some time in silence this evening or this day, drinking in the potent calm. There's nothing to fear in the stillness except the awakening of your own power. So you could be feeling overstimulated. Again, that was something we talked about, is this North Node Aries, Chiron and Aries. And again, this full moon is the culmination of this knowledge and wealth of Aries, the shadow, the light of your sign. And you're learning how to be the change you wish to see in relationships, in the world, okay? And that does have moments of pause, that Jedi pause that, you know, I talk about all the time. True power, bravery, courage, strength. This is a strength year as well. It's about learning how to sustain, you know, Chiron and Aries, the warrior. You know, you can fight a good damn fight, Aries, I'll give you that. But we have to understand that to persevere and to actually move mountains and to build on this relationship dynamic or learn from this, but we'll talk more about who this is to know when to be still, know when to pick the fight and when not to, know when to listen. You know, this person is very receptive right now. They also have the same moon phase as you. You both have the waning. So you are connected by lunar forces. The lunar forces at play are actually highly influencing this relationship, whether you're with this person or not. This could be for single, past, or coupled, okay? This is a general reading. But you guys are connected with the moon. You probably could be feeling things together, right? Even if you are apart. There's some sort of connection with the lunar phases. Maybe this person reaches out to you during the waning crescent, or again, you notice a pattern when this person reaches out. That's something maybe you can observe. What's the moon phase? What's coming up in that conflict? Maybe that's arising during that moon cycle. And I am offering a natal moon return monthly subscription where we look into your natal moon sign and we do a reading around that. We see how you can work with those energies every month, because you have one every month, okay? So you can email me if you want to set that up. It just will help you to connect more deeply with your emotions. And I feel like all fire and air signs can really benefit from that. You know, they can get really stuck in their head, you know, their ego, in survival mode, over intellectualizing their emotions. Where this fish, your person's in this fish, they could have strong water, and maybe that's what scares you, is that they're very emotional, or they sway, you know. I'm going to find the fish here. Yeah, restlessness, change, lost in the current. So this person could be very swayed by their emotions, and you could feel like that's a weakness at times. And maybe you need to practice a bit more empathy, especially with this grand trine in water that we're having right now. It will shift gears. Again, Mars will go into Leo, and then we'll have Venus in Sag, fellow fire signs. So right now, whenever you find this reading, just know that you're meant to find these messages. It's time to feel and to be more adaptable. This person could be wary of where this relationship is going. Maybe they are trying to learn how to deal with their emotions just as much as you are. Again, you have this connection here with the waning crescent. The roaming lifestyle of the fish may be exhilarating for a while, but usually leads to weariness and slippery relationships. With all the possibilities out there in the vast waters, the fish becomes lost without clear goals and intentions. So maybe that's what you're saying to this person, is you don't have a clear goal. You are more focused on something, but there is power in the unknown here. Because both of these cards, although they might seem very different, they're actually very similar. There's a lot around pausing, reflecting, especially around the moon phases. Silence, it sounds like maybe you guys are in no contact, or maybe there's moments where you have a lot of conflict and you don't know how to work through it. Let's put these cards back in here. We're going to see your person here. Let's see them, the fish. Yeah, so turbulence. There could be lots of stress in their environment, emotional reactivity, and you are very receptive to that, it's seeming. And it's suggesting, again, pause, surrender, stillness is going to help benefit you, being less reactive. How is Aries love interest? Yeah, you could feel like they just don't have a goal. They're being very secretive here. Very hidden, concealed. Again, maybe when they express their emotions, it's very volatile because they're lacking direction. They're trying to gain focus, but they have the secrets card here. So you feel like they might be keeping secrets from you, or they could feel this way, right? Again, roles can be reversed. How is Aries love interest feeling towards them? Please show me the truth. Angels, guides. Angels and guides, allies, ascended masters, ancestors. Please show me Aries' love interest. Aries' love interest is fish here. This feather of hope has been coming out for Gemini and Taurus. Interesting. Lots around trying to maintain hope in a world that seems so chaotic. You know, there's a lot of trying to surrender and to witness with eyes wide open. Saturn is now direct, okay? And then Pluto is now direct. So we're having to really close out these cycles. Pluto is going to go into Aquarius, and I talk more about that in your general reading. But there's this vortex of change. This person is really like going through some sort of identity crisis even. It could feel like they're losing a touch with themselves, or things are out of sight. And this hope and optimism is here though. There's a feather of hope. They have to also believe it. They have to believe in themselves and get themselves out of maybe their own way. You know, I'm sensing for you is that maybe at one point, maybe not right now, where you felt like emotions were a sign of weakness. And if I say that and it triggers you, it's not that you're not emotional. It's just that maybe there was a part of you that was afraid to speak up about your emotions, maybe from your childhood or with this person, especially if they were very reactive. It's both showcasing, I would say, this fish person, whoever this is definitely more watery. But just because you're a water sign doesn't mean that you're emotionally regulated, or having this water element show up doesn't mean that you're emotionally intelligent. It's all how you're utilizing that energy. Just like your energy in your general reading is about utilizing the fire and the maximum efficiency and potential of your sign, of these fiery qualities. And with the tiger, it's also about pause. You know, it's not go, go, go all the time, you know, like do, act. You know, maybe you have to allow this slow climb with this person, because this person's definitely slow. They're going through some vortex right now. They could be spiraling out, trying to maintain hope, you know, amongst these tides that are shifting and the dynamic that's shifting between you. You know, really trying to become more emotionally regulated through this change. They're trying to stay hopeful, but this person is shaping and sculpturing themselves, honoring the perpetual act of forming, expressing identity, right? Maybe they have lost touch with a part of themselves, especially in this dynamic, where they feel like maybe they haven't been able to be themselves, and they're wanting to show the world the real you is what I'm seeing. Aquarius, strong Aquarius here. They could have Aquarius in their chart. Air, water. Air and water strongly for this person. Whoa, let's see what this card is. How is this person, running? Fighting upstream, running away, avoidance on any end of the relationship here. When things get too hot in the kitchen, you know, it feels like it's just a volatile expression of emotions I'm sensing that can be very overbearing for both of you. But the message I get for you is don't look at it as a weakness. Try to empathize with this person wherever they're at. It doesn't make them weak. It makes you both stronger to some extent to be able to observe. All right, Aries person, this fish energy here. What else would they like to say to Aries? Conflicted. Yeah, they're definitely in a place where they are just going through it. Distance. There could be distance between you two. This person does have a very heightened sense of awareness and intuition around you. There's an inner knowing. And again, like I was saying in the beginning, you guys could be connecting through the moon. I'm getting that song by Billie Holiday, I'll Be Seeing You. Oh, I love that song. Gemini had that song last month, I believe. It says, I'll love you in the morning sun, and when the night turns blue, I'll be looking at the moon and I'll be seeing you. So maybe there is a connection here where this person might be, you know, looking at the moon and reflecting on you, or you could be doing that as well. But because distance is here, you know, and you could be within 2 miles of this person and still feel a hell of a lot of distance, you know. Distance is not always in miles or feet, you know, energetic distance, and our hearts are not connected, you know, but there is this strong pull with the moon and the tides and the shifting. There's lots of shifting that's happening with the moon showing up so strongly. How are you feeling, this tiger here? How are vortex of change too? Yeah, you're being initiated as well with clarity. I see you in a more of a clear zoning in through this silence, through this stillness of awareness. You're engaging in this vortex of change, which is very much right now. In the Northern Hemisphere, we're experiencing fall. A molding anew. So you also are molding new. This is taking on a new identity, new form. Aries, how are you feeling? This tiger, new worlds. Yeah, you're entering into new territory. How are you feeling towards this fish, this person over here? How is Aries feeling? How's this tiger feeling about this fish? Hidden keys. Yeah, you feel like they're hiding something. They had secrets on their end too. You're trying to put things together piece by piece to reveal the bigger picture, which is important, Aries. When you're in it, right? When you're in it all the time, you have to be able to zoom out a bit to not be so triggered, right? Just like when we're in conflict, or we're in an environment that's really stressful, it's really hard to maintain that equilibrium and peace. Hopefully you can learn to get there, but we're not all Jedis, we're not all shamans, we're not all meant to be that. It's a practice, okay? And through this tension, conflict, something hidden, secrets, be the observer. That's something that all signs are doing right now, is observing their emotional reactions, especially. You feel like they're hiding something. You're in a new world. You're trying to transform something. Discovery. Don't give up. You're persevering. Tiger, steadfast, strong, regaining confidence again in your life, even if there is changes happening. Even if you feel like this person is being secretive, there's a reminder from Spirit to let them go through the changes that they need to, right? And if they want to continue to spiral and swirl, although they're being intuitively called to listen to their heart, that might take them time. You know, I can't say when this person will. In the extended, we can go more deeper into potential timelines, but there's free will always. How are you feeling? Show me one more card for Aries. How is Aries feeling towards your love interest? Shield of resilience. Yeah, you're trying to protect yourself as well. You're just charging ahead. You really want new. You could be saying, I want new love or a new cycle with this person. You had authenticity in your general reading. There was a lot around embracing the subtleties, the emotional awareness, emotional intelligence for you. You know, embracing the qualities of that fire. You're the fire starter, Aries, but learning how to maximize on that fire energy. Broken. I'm getting reminded of an old Chinese traditional, I don't know if they practice this or not, but it's like symbolic. So I think it was like plates or cups or broken glass, ceramics, where although it's perceived as broken, they would line it with gold. So even in those cracks, especially within your heart, the places that you've escaped within your heart, just know that you are not broken. There's a song coming up. I don't know the name of it. I'll link it below if I can think of it, but there's a song that wants to come out, but I just kind of, it's at the tip of my tongue. But yeah, broken. It's like seeing those cracks as a way to shed light into your heart. The cracks are meant to allow light in. You can't avoid those cracks. We all have them. We all have bruises and scars. The scars make you beautiful. They do. They made you stronger, more resilient, tiger. Resilience, yeah. That's what you're saying to this person is, although we're broken, or I'm broken, you're broken, it's okay. We're all broken. It's okay to be weak. It's okay to be sensitive. It's okay to feel weak in moments, but we also have to be resilient and guarding ourselves and having healthy boundaries and speaking up and being vulnerable. There's a balance between all of it, right? You could have felt destroyed by this person. Maybe they did escape or hide something from you. What else? What else? Aries. Yeah, conflicted. You're both conflicted. You could have felt like an apology. We did see an apology come in, maybe from a water sign in your general reading. It was a Page of Cups with 3 of Swords. So that is Pisces, Libra, which interesting enough, we had the lunar eclipse in Pisces, and then we had the solar eclipse in Libra. So between that time frame, again, these are cycles. It's important to reflect on those cycles, especially that period in time, what was coming up between you two or within you. Whatever conflicted energies, maybe you feel like you want to apologize, or you're expecting some apologize from them that maybe they're avoiding, right? Sorry, I'm trying to get there, escaping. This music frequency gets really loud sometimes. There's like a pressing feeling for you, of feeling like there's this awareness of something needs to be spoken, apology. We need to be able to make choices. We need to be able to talk about it. And if I can't with you, then I'm going to choose to stand guard, stand back, and just watch. That seems to be kind of the energy going on with you two right now. We're going to feel into the extended what wants to come out. Okay, we're going to pull some oracle messages here to see what are we going to talk about in the extended. We're going to dive more, of course, into your person. Get some more messages for you and advice, but I want to see what else we're going to talk about in the extended between these two characters here. For Aries and love and their love dynamic, this person that's most on their mind, oof, stabbed in the back. Someone felt betrayed. I feel like, you know, you felt betrayed by this person's aloofness, distracted, you know, scattered. Where now you're like, I want to focus on new perspectives, new worlds, new agreements. I want to talk about this, what's made us broken. I want to shed light in the cracks. I'm going to title your reading that, Shedding Light into the Cracks. Maybe I'll word it differently. Shedding light into the cracks. I'll think of a better way to say that. Sounds kind of funny to me. I know I'm a pervert. Shed light on them cracks. Oh man, sometimes my mind is funny. I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way. What else? For Aries and their love interest, what are we going to talk about in the extended? What are we going to talk about for Aries in the extended? Please show me the truth. Keys on a ring. You felt like potential multiple options here. You know, decision. Again, we saw decision for you as well. Where you were like, I don't want to avoid, I don't want them to try to escape this apology, or we have to be able to have healthy conflict resolution, because it seems like both of you to some extent are swirling in it. It's just the way that you are acting on it now is different than maybe this person. And you are making more decisions that you don't want to be a one-night stand. You don't want to be an option. You don't want to keep continuing to feel like you're being stabbed in the back by someone, constantly allowing them either. So we're going to see more on this energy, what side of the coin it's on. I'm sensing this is more how you're feeling, right? But we're going to also get their perspective. We're going to dive deeper into this reading on Patreon. As a Patreon member, you have access to that lunar eclipse in Pisces, which is showing up really strongly here for you. And also all the love extended readings every month. And the other eclipse readings that I have on Patreon. The Jupiter and Saturn reading that I did, that's also very influential. That talks about Saturn, which is now direct. So join me on Patreon. You get 20% off all my services if you want to get a private reading with me as well. I wish to find you over there, but if this is where we part, Aries, bye for now.